Hey guys, it's me, it's FIP, coming at you live, not really, and it's time for day 2 of my Quebec Cheeses Advent Calendar. This video won't be as long as the last one, obviously. I no longer need to talk about this Advent Calendar in detail. You guys obviously know the gist, and if you don't, you can just go see yesterday's video on it. So, with that said, I got my wine glass, I got my partially drank bottle of wine, and I learned from my mistakes, so I got a better cheese knife this time. Look at that. Nice and fancy, even has its own sheath. What would you know? So, taking the sheath off of my advent calendar. And so what we got here. I had this cheese yesterday. It was pretty good, pretty decent. Still not sure which one it is because the plastic wrap here doesn't say which cheese it is. That's kind of an issue I have for a novice cheese aficionado like myself who does not know exactly what cheese it is just based on taste. So we going on to day 2 now. Let's see what's in here. Let me just pop this bad boy out. Oh, well, what did you know? It says actually on the end. See, if I didn't throw out the cardboard, I would have known. But look, it says right here. This one is from Fromagerie Petit Plaisir, Lise de Saint-Gérard. So that is... Oh, here it is. So it's this guy. Let me show it up here. I think it's... How do I see from here? It's this one right here. You guys can maybe see that. I hope it's not reversed in the video there because I can't read this looking at it on the screen. But it's this cheese here today that I'm going to be trying. So this is the interior ripened semi-firm cheese matured for more than 3 months. So let me pull out my knife. And let's cut into here. It looks like a white cheese. I wasn't, honestly, I'm not expecting anything fancy. Like, I don't expect any blue cheeses in here. Just because, you know, this is probably made to reach the widest audience possible. And that does not include blue cheese likers, unfortunately. I'm a big fan of blue cheese. The moldier, the better. I really do enjoy the strong taste. But, you know, I'm fine with trying something new for a change. Already I can tell this one is not as hard as yesterday's cheese. It's a little softer. You can see it here. It's got a nice white, almost mozzarella or Parmesan-like color to it. It's got a bit of squish to it. And I mean, this almost sounds like a cheese review, but I wouldn't take my word and my opinions on everything like gospel, just because, you know, I'm no cheese expert. Oh, and look at that. Because I'm no cheese expert, I almost forgot to fill my glass here. You know, I just finished one of my university classes today, actually. It was Archaeology of the Americas. We just had one final test to do today. And it really only took me like, oh geez. It really only took me like 15 minutes or so to do. And it was only worth 10%. So me and a few buddies I meet in that class, I said, hey, why not we just go down to the university cafe and grab some drinks. And so we did. The university I go to, Kwantlen Polytechnic University here in beautiful British Columbia, has a brewery program in which at one of the campuses, not the one I go to, but to another one of the campuses, they actually make their own beer and they supply it to the cafe at all the campuses. And so I'll go there for a beer. Unfortunately with COVID, they said they haven't been making as much, so they didn't have any, so I just had a Sapporo. So cutting into this cheese here. Wow, really easy to cut through. This knife is either really sharp, or this cheese is just divine to cut through. I'll show you guys a little slimmer there. Yeah, ain't that pretty? Maybe I'll turn the light on so you can see the glisten. Well, it'd probably make more sense if I turned my extension cord on first. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Did you just see that shimmer off like a piece of white gold, huh? Well, let's dig in. Bon appetit. You know what? I forgot to do it 2 days in a row now. Because, you know, I'm a fairly religious man. Why do you think I like wine so much? But I forgot to give my thanks. And as I watched in this video of foreign people reacting to metal and to other foods, they always said God's name first before they ate. And that's what I should have done. Whatever hand signals you Catholics do. I'm not Catholic. Oh, that's a good cheese. Very simple. Nothing fancy. But it really does get the job done. And I'm really going to enjoy this one, actually. I might like it better than yesterday's. Though I really do wish I knew which one yesterday's was. Because they're all just good. You can't go wrong with cheese. Like, have you ever had a bad cheese? Well, don't answer that. There's a few. I'm really not a fan of... Like, once you get into real cheese, you'll never be a fan of Kraft singles again. You'll never be a fan of cheese strings again. Baby Bells are like on the cusp. But honestly, Baby Bells make a really decent treat and a decent snack in a hurry. Whereas if you had like a real block of cheese, you know, you got to spend time cutting it open, serving sizes, getting the right accompaniments, etc., etc. So once again, very good, very good. And I'm not a picky guy. I like all sorts of wines. Preferably I like drier more than I like sweet. You know, talking to my friend about how you can get sick from sweeter alcohols because of the sugar content. That just wakes you up, don't it, in the morning. I was debating doing this before I went to class, but I realized, well, depending on how hard this test is, you don't want to drink before. I still would have. The test wasn't really that bad. Delicious. But, you know, that's just how life is. And sometimes, life is good. And, you know, this, what would we call it? Fromagerie Petit Plaisir. You guys did a good job. I really like your cheese. I recommend it. I think anyone out there who sees this, or anyone out there who does have this advent calendar and has these cheeses, would also agree that you guys are pretty quality. Pretty quality. And the fact that this is in Montreal, you know, I was kind of worried that this would have been like prepared in like Indonesia or Taiwan, or, you know, some other foreign country, you know, had me worried. But the fact that it comes from Montreal, that's pretty good. It makes it more legit that way, brother. And so, yeah, I really don't have much to say. These videos are going to be pretty short now. Granted, yesterday's video was about 11.5 minutes, and I can already tell this one's going past 8, just for me to eat a piece of cheese. But, you know, I'll try to streamline my process. I've had a few comments saying that my videos run a little long. And for what I'm doing, yeah, I understand what you mean, brother, but... yeah, I forgot to mention that this cheese doesn't have much of a smell. So if you guys are going like stinky cheeses, this will be right up your alley. But yeah, I'd like to thank you again, my friends, for watching. I hope you have a good day. And, yeah, Flashfire Prime, signing out.